This is the biggest thing ever. This is the one you could never predict.
Right.
Never.
And even Canada, Brian, I'm seeing stories of people that 85% of their clients are Canadian. He's like, we're going to go out of business.
Yeah.
They're not flying to Florida.
Today I got the news that my government has advised me it's unsafe to visit America. And my brother also advised me not to visit him because I've got a lot of anti-Trump connection. I've been anti-Trump for 7 years, or since 2016. And they might check my phone and find that I've done some minor preaching against Trump in my own little way. Mm-hmm. And this is what this twit has done to your country. He has swapped the art of the deal. He has swapped being the leader of the free world to being Putin's you-know-what. Mm-hmm. That's what he's done. That's the big deal he's done for you. Yeah. He has set you back into the dark ages in terms of world status. That's what he's done in 2 months.
I don't disagree. I don't disagree with you. It is so. Can you tell me, if you don't mind me asking you, who told you not to come to the United States because it would be dangerous? Who said that to you?
I went to the States for the election to watch the election, stay with my brother.
Right.
It didn't work out. And I enjoyed it so much. I had such a great time that I thought I'm going to visit. I regretted not visiting before, and I'm going to visit every year. And I wanted to visit this year. Mm-hmm. But I've been advised by both my government and him not to do it.
Isn't that sick? Can you imagine, guys, if somebody had told you that 10 years ago, that we're going to be a point in this country where you're going to have people that are going to advise you not to come to this country legally, to visit, for whatever the case may be, because of who the president of the United States is and the way he's treating people from other parts of the world, would you have believed that?
Never saw this coming. Never. I've seen a few things. I'm not a young guy. I'm 65. Mm-hmm. I've seen some terrible things. Yeah. I remember Nixon.
Sure.
Obviously, I remember 9/11.
Yeah.
In the various instances stick in your mind. This is the biggest thing ever. This is the one you could never predict.
Right.
Never.
And even Canada, Brian, I'm seeing stories of people that 85% of their clients are Canadian. He's like, we're going to go out of business. Yeah. They're not flying to Florida. Listen, I stand with Canada. Honestly, when they play the U.S., I vote for Canada. I'm going to be honest. I do. Listen, they're my neighbors.
There are a lot of Americans, to the caller, Paul. There's a lot of Americans that are scared that are already here.
Yep.
They're afraid of retribution, that if they're anti-Trump or they've been anti-Trump in the past, that Donald Trump and the government are going after them. There are FBI agents that all they did was their job and investigated January 6th that are very worried, some of whom are losing their jobs. And there are a lot of coward Republicans that are in office that are afraid that if they go against Trump in any way, shape, or form, they're going to be out of office. I wish they were out of office anyway because they're cowards and they're not willing to say and do what's right. And Paul, I'm sorry that there are people that feel that way. I think you have reasons to feel that way, but it doesn't mean we can't continue to fight the fight, right, and continue to call out what is going on in our government right now in the United States of America.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And this is the only way this is going to change is by the people taking to the streets, the way it's happening to some extent.
Hey, Paul, can I ask you a question? Extent. Because you're from overseas, so you're probably familiar with that wildcat strike that I'm referring to, right?
Yes.
Yes, there's that. There's also Serbia going on right now. A couple of weeks, they have about, 350,000 people in Serbia. 2 weeks ago in Athens, Greece, they had 200,000 people that shut down the entire town. It can work, but Americans have to quit doom scrolling and they have to focus on an issue. We just are not focused.
Yes, I mean, this is something we're pretty good at in the UK is protesting. We're natural complainers. We don't put our country on a pedestal. We're the opposite of the way Americans are. We don't do that. We criticize, and sometimes it's not so great, but in situations like this is what you need.
I don't call it complaining. I call it being aware and being honest and calling things out as you see it. Paul, I appreciate your phone call. Please call back again soon. And I love my listeners in the UK.
I keep thinking you're talking to me.
Very,
my guy right here.
Very educated, very informed. And wow, what a sad situation we're in where somebody from the UK is afraid to come here because of Donald Trump. So sick.